start if you were us?
Yeah, so what I would start with is the lead measures that we focus on are dials, for those that are calling, the contacts that they're making, talk time, and then it gets a little bit challenging. There's probably a discrepancy. We'll probably have a different definition of when does it become a lag measure, as far as appointments set, appointments attended, and then actually attended, and then do they actually sign an agreement, and do they close?
Well, and as we were talking through it, one of the reasons that you're tracking this is so you know how you can coach and help your agents.
Yeah.
Because if you're not tracking what they're doing in different phases, it's impossible to be able to go in and give them education or coaching that they need. It becomes this one voice where you talk to everyone at a sales meeting and it doesn't really connect with anybody.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah. What are you tracking?
Yeah, six conversations, dials to nurture. And a nurture for us is anyone looking to buy or sell a house in 12 months or less. And then we're going to look at appointments gone on versus appointments taken. And then, new escrows and closings, which also ties into, GCI and revenue and profit.
Cool. Joe, what are you tracking?
So we track everything. I think what it boils down to is which roles do you have which conversations with. So if it's with your agents, it's going to be around conversion. If it's with our marketing team, it's around leads generated. And boil it all the way back to leads, and then work your way down, much like the 4 conversations in the office, work your way down the waterfall metrics. So contracts written per agent's a big deal to me, because that's their money, and I know that agents stay on the team based on how much money they're making. And so contracts written per agent on an agent-to-agent basis, that's the one I constantly log into on a day-to-day basis.
Interesting.
You said it well. The purpose of tracking the lead gen is so that I can identify the gaps for those team agents that are on the team. My job is to help empower them, help them get what they want. So we integrated the dialer into our CRM. So that would be a step there, so that we can track dial time, we can track talk time. If they can't keep them on the phone, then it's a scripts and dialogues thing. Some people, however, can talk forever and never set appointments. So then it's appointments set, and then we look to see how many appointments are held, and then appointments taken. And if we have all that data, all that information, then we can identify where their gaps are and coach our agents to those gaps to empower them to hit their goals.
That was one of the things that I learned in MAPS early on, was that the answer to almost everything is either effort or scripts. Now, knowing when to put forth the effort and then knowing which scripts to use, that's the art form. And you can't figure it out unless you know where the gaps are, and you can't isolate those unless you're tracking the data.
Right.
Lance, how are you thinking about it?
Well, we're tracking everything, and you look at the overall picture, and you're starting to look at leads. So you're looking at the appointments set, and then you're looking at the appointments kept, and then the agreement signed, and that's the lead measures. And then you get into actives and pendings and closings. Those are your lags. We've even taken it to the next level now with our MAPS coach, John Vandergans, and he's doing an amazing job with our buyer agents and listing agents. They're now tracking for showing appointments. How many showing appointments are they going on? How many homes are they seeing? Then how many written contracts, executed contracts, and you guys have been implementing this into Command as well. So.
Well, and Josh, that was one of your things. You've seen other industries. One of the challenges that we have is it's so hard to compare your data, your measures, to other real estate agents. Like Lance was telling me that the night before reports comes out, he keeps hitting refresh on his KW just to see where he stands in the company.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we built into Command like right now, which is actually one of the features that people like a lot, is they go into their database, and we actually not only will give you insights about your database, with two click button clicks, we actually tell you like how's your database compared to people in your market center, people in your production level, people one production level above you, and in your state. And so you can actually get some insights around like, is this a good or bad number? And the way I think